Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sorry I've been away for so long. Medical problems, other projects, stuff you really don't want to hear about. Those 400 disc CD players are finally all full. So all that recording and duplicating is finally finished. Well, what we have here today, I've been pulling out some old cassette decks that I haven't played or touched in years. And I started with this one down here, and then this one, and now this one. These are Marantz's. You've probably seen them before in previous videos. I have another one sitting behind me over here, so there's 4 of these total. And if you're wondering why I built them in the first place, that was all because of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I wanted a cassette deck that had wood, okay, and that had big VU meters with the big knobs. So that's what caused all this in the first place. But these two working perfectly. Not a problem at all. Until this one. The record level, or the record switch, it's not activating the light at all. See, that light should be on like that. You don't have to press both of them down to get the light to come on. So for this one, it has to be a spring. Somehow a spring or something has popped off. I don't think it's the record switches. Because I'll play a little bit of music and both channels are working just fine. I can only play a tiny bit of music because YouTube's going to put a strike on my video. Don't include me. Okay, so that's all working really good, sounding really, really good. But for this light not to be coming on, I have no choice. I have to pop the top. So these Marantz's have 2 screws on each side. And that's all. And the wood will lift straight off. So let me pop the top off of this. And I'll be right back. Okay. So I got my little lights attached. I love these. These are made by Mighty Bright. I don't know where I got them. eBay or Amazon. So, but they're great for little projects like this. They'll clamp to anything. Okay, so you can see the problem already just by looking down in here. If you look at the record switches, the lever isn't even touching the switch at all. I'm trying to zoom in, but there we go. So you can see that lever right here. It's just swinging free. So that means that the spring in the mechanism has either let go or it has snapped. So, okay. So now I got to rotate this stack so I can see what the hell I'm doing back here. So I'll be right back. Okay. So yeah, you can see the spring right here. It just needs to be hooked onto the lever. That's a piece of cake. Got to remember, don't touch this stuff when this is all plugged in and powered on. So, yeah, probably best to shut it off. So, but I love these Marantz cassette decks. They are so simple to work on. You can lay a towel in here and lift the whole mechanism up and set it down and work on it. And a lot of it you can take apart while it's in place. So, and I haven't played this deck in 2 years. How that goddamn spring came off, that's a fucking mystery. So, who knows? Maybe I'll give the end of that spring a little squeeze. Because they normally don't pop off like that. So, okay. I'll be right back. Okay, so I put that spring back on. And I put a bunch of lithium grease or moly coat. Whatever that really expensive grease you get. I put a whole bunch of it on that shaft and on the top of that. So maybe it'll help it stay in place. I actually think that the mechanism itself, at the bottom of the mechanism is a bunch of sliding pieces of metal for each one of these levers here. And some of them they're too easy. They're not as firm to push. So I think that the mechanism itself, it probably could use a little bit of grease. You know, just to tighten things up a little bit. You know, because it shouldn't be that easy to move. It should have a little bit of... So, but let me turn this around now. Okay, so yeah, when we press the record button, the light does come right on. So, that cheap ass speaker. So, but yeah, this was an easy fix. And like I said, these have been sitting for years, at least 2 years, without being touched or played. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this one jam for a while. Probably about an hour and a half. I'll just let it sit out here on the porch and jam. Yesterday I put these through their paces and they're sounding really good, playing real good. And all they wanted to do was sing. So, but yeah, just the spring popped off. Nothing major. Maybe I'll give those record switches a little deoxit. Just for the fuck of it. And I hope y'all having a good day. I hope your repairs goes as easy as this one did. But YouTube, they just love giving me strikes all the time. Yeah, that'll definitely get me a strike. So y'all have a good day. Party on.